All right, Zatima fans. I was looking at the comments on what was it, the episode 2 review when Zach went over to see his mom, and a lot of people were talking about how the mom is awful, the mom is this and that, but when you really look at Zach's demeanor whenever he's around his family, or even at the mention of their names, specifically like his mom. Well, no, Jeremiah too, because back in season 1, he literally just went like, no, 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 Nathan, don't tell my brother anything. Um, some people have pointed out that Jeremiah seems to bring about a bit of like fear and kind of just a childlike demeanor in Zach, and I have to agree. Like, don't get me wrong, his mom has an impact on him as well. Hell, his mom leaving him in the store had him bawling like a baby in the car. But I think Jeremiah had more of an impact because, like in the episode 3 moment where he's talking with Tony, he was telling him that part of him feels like he owes his family something, and I'm guessing that he just never, ever was able to live it down like his mom, or his specifically. Well, yeah, I think both his mom and his brother, but I can't tell you who did it the most. Probably his brother. In terms of throwing it in his face, like, I took the fall for you. I went to jail. I got more time than you, even though he was doing exactly what his brother was doing. I think it could have been I know he explained it to Zach when he came over to the house in like episode 6 or 7 of season 1, but I forgot if his brother like downplayed what Zach was doing so he would get less time and he would just take the fall for his brother, or if it was because he was older than Zach. I don't know, but regardless, I feel like his brother, I don't know if I would go so far as to say like his brother would beat up on him, to like exert his authority as the older brother, but it's just the fact that these two grew up obviously on the streets and whatnot. So it was almost like his brother had a pseudo father figure role, like he was the man of the house. So in that regard, that could explain why Zach has trouble standing up to him. I mean, he does, at times he does put his foot down, but I get it. It's just one of those situations where, just like with Karen or other people in his life, Zach has to deal with and listen and just put up with all the shit they throw at him. But when he starts to exert himself to make his voice heard, he's quickly disregarded or shut down, or they just stop listening because they spoken their piece. And like his mom tried to guilt trip him, like, your brother, he took the fall for you, or he went to jail, this, that, and the third. And then like Zach told Nathan and Tony, is like, they keep talking about that, but I was doing exactly what he was doing, so what the heck what do I have to be grateful for? So I feel like the guilt tripping is definitely the thing that is scarring Zach the most. And remember, he didn't want anybody to tell his brother about the come up. And like I said before, I think the reason Jeremiah even knew where Zach was because Nathan told him. Nathan was about to tell him, I think at the beginning of episode 5, he was like, yo, let me call Jeremiah. And Zach's like, no, I'll do it myself. But I think that Nathan and his feelings, he was just pissed off because of the whole hot tub thing. I'm not talking about the finale with Deja. I'm talking about when Zach kicked Nathan and Tony out because they had just shown him the photo of Fatima and Ian. And Nathan was in his feelings because Zach wasn't acting like his boy. I'm thinking when he was out in the car, he was pissed off, so he called Jeremiah. That's my guess, because up until that point, Jeremiah had no idea, because he said, my brother didn't tell me he had to come up. I had to hear it from somebody else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Nathan that did that. So I'm thinking that Jeremiah just would constantly badger his brother about, what he did for him, this, that, and the third. Now, mind you, Zach said he hadn't heard from his family about 3 years, so we can sort of guess that during the time he was with Karen, he really didn't interact with him that much. But I'm guessing that there was some interaction, because keep in mind, Karen told Andy about like, oh, I would put money on Zach's books when he was in jail, and I would give money to his family, and this, that, and the third. So there was some interaction, but not a lot. So yeah, I'm thinking that Jeremiah has more of an impact than his mom to some extent. I think that Zach keeps his distance from his mom mainly because, well, she kept her distance from her children when they were growing up. But Jeremiah was the one that would never let him live it down. Like, I took the fall for you. And that's probably why Jeremiah makes Zach feel like a kid little brother whenever he's around. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.